obviously everybody loves Doncic's game, LeBron and Austin Reeves. Who's going to suffer the most? Because they're all three on.
Austin Reeves got to suffer.
Austin Reeves,
and how much is it going to be? Is he going to be a spot shooter?
Yeah,
yes.
he's going to be a spot shooter.
That's not the best way to use him.
Luka at the top of the key. Austin Reeves spot up. We put LeBron in the dunker.
So
you go set the screen, Mark. I can coach that team.
Yeah. Look, so here.
Got JJ.
This is the thing about Mark Williams. Do I think he have potential? Absolutely. Like, he provides the athleticism. But look, it's a different stage going from playing with the Hornets, where there's not that many butts in the seat, to playing with the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah.
Okay, playing under the bright lights, there's going to be national televised, international superstar, and then on top of that, the pressure. I don't think people realize what it feel like to share a locker room and walk on the floor every single day with a guy like LeBron James. And that's a different type of pressure.
That's the best thing that happened to Luka Doncic.
Yes.
To watch LeBron James for however long LeBron wants to play.
And that's what they're betting on.
And that's what they're betting on. And look, I haven't talked a lot about this trade.
That's a good gamble.
Here's what happened. Dallas didn't think Luka was going to change. The Lakers do. It comes down to that. Dallas said, we're done. We don't think this guy's ever going to get it. No matter how you slice it, that's why they, in my opinion,
yes.
Right,
the Lakers are going, well,
Luka.
He's going to be better with us.
Yeah.
And we're going to find out.
Yeah, we're going to find out, especially when they take the floor for the first time. For more on that, let's check in with our front office insider, Bobby Marks. He's got the 3D lineup fired up.
Well, I mean, this is their lineup right now. Look how good defensively. I mean, defensively, we put Jared Vanderbilt in there, and certainly with Mark Williams and then LeBron. And I know there's some concern with Austin Reeves and certainly Luka, but I had a general manager make this comment. Listen, the trade deadline is now the new free agency. If you're going to want to go out and get players, you're going to do it at the deadline. Free agents are not available, marquee free agents. And I think when you look at it, certainly from the Lakers' perspective here, the one concern, okay, shooting. Do you have enough shooting off your bench with your backcourt when you look at Shake Milton and certainly Gabe Vincent? Here's another thing. The picks don't matter. And I had another general manager tell me that the picks do not matter. If your goal is to go out and sign Luka this offseason, you're doing everything possible. 2031 doesn't matter to the Lakers. It means a lot to Charlotte. Doesn't mean a lot to the Lakers.
But that's what LeBron James and company have been saying for a little bit. And now with Luka here, all of a sudden, those moves are being made.
Let me think. Coach Haslem over here, he's got the Lakers offense figured out. Do you like that starting lineup? Because there's not a lot of shooting. I'm not saying Luka can't shoot and LeBron can't read, but I know Vanderbilt and Mark Williams ain't taking any shots. And who's playing two non-shooting bigs anymore? Not many. Nobody.
Well, maybe
No, I'm just asking.
You get Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves. He's been knocking down the three.
Okay, well.
One thing I will say is this. I've been watching J.J. Redick all season long, right? Because I've been wanting to see what the hell he's going to do. He's been coaching his ass off.
He's been great. Yeah. Really good.
The way what he has done, and especially unlocking a lot of these players in that offensive sets, he's getting better defensively. But again, he got a great defensive-minded coach on his bench, and Scott Brooks, who I played under, who knows the defense in and out. And again, man, this Laker team is going to be hard.
How far are they going?
Don't nobody want to see him in a 7-game series.
How far?
I promise you that.
Where do you think they end up? I'm just asking.
I mean, to me, right now, their ceiling is the conference finals.
Okay.
And that's not a bad ceiling.
It's great.
Very capable. I agree with Perk. They're very capable of going to the conference finals.
Right.
I wish all these idiots out there would stop with LeBron and Luka can't play alongside one another. That's the most asinine thing to say.
I would say this to that point.
Guys.
I'm not going to call anybody an idiot.
That's fine.
I know, but look, I will say what I think they may be trying to say is, do they complement each other perfectly? I'm going to say I don't think they complement each other perfectly, and that's not a not. But can they play together? Yeah,
I mean, two of the smartest. We had the same thing with Bron and D-Wade.
Yeah,
we had the same thing with LeBron James and Dwayne Wade.
That's right.
And we watched it. And they had to work it out, and they figured it out.
The same thing with Bron and Rondo.
This was Luka on the court yesterday at Lakers practice for the first time. We, of course, are tracking. Will he make his debut Saturday, potentially Monday?
Look about 260.
There's a little bit of maneuvering now that'll go in for buyout guys.
Yep.
So there's been some teams.
Who do you think the biggest buyout candidate is?
Dennis Schroeder.
You think he's the best on the market?
Shooter just got traded again, by the way, while we were talking.
He's still on the move.
He's now
from
with
Utah?
Detroit Piston.
We still got 7 more.
Man.
Yeah.
Man, I can't keep up. I can't keep up.
Actually, something was interesting. Some people in the league thought that Lonzo Ball would hit the market.
Great.
And that would have
great
been
story.
a very aggressive guy tracked in the buyout market.
Yeah.
But he agreed to an extension yesterday or the day before. It's good for him.
Yeah.
He's off the market. So we'll see. But some teams like Milwaukee did make a deal today to clear a roster spot. Cleveland's deal cleared 2 roster spots at about $2 million under the tax line. You can see some teams that are contenders that are starting to make moves to open up the last phase of transaction season, which is the buyout market.
Bob, you may not have been making calls when you were in that seat. Your team was at the top of the standings. I know our friend Bobby Marks at various points during his front office tenure, he was making calls.
Here, 2 quick things. When we traded Kevin Garnett to Minnesota in 2015, that's when KG had that no trade clause. I think we were using fax machines then. We actually had to fax Minnesota that Garnett was actually waiving his no trade clause, and we got that in 3 minutes before the deadline. But real quick, regarding the buyout market, here's one name to keep an eye on: Ben Simmons, from Brooklyn, who's on that $40 million expiring contract. Keep an eye on Ben Simmons. The twist, though, comes with, remember, these first and second apron teams won't be allowed to sign him because his contract makes more than $12.8 million. But keep an eye, once we get past the deadline, on Ben Simmons in Brooklyn.
I have another one. Reggie Jackson, who was traded today from Philadelphia to Washington, has been waived.
Yeah.
That's a guy who
Good for him.
will be on.
Names like Udonis, guys like that we had been tracking up until this point.
Yeah, and for Ben Simmons, let's see. The buyout is not done as far as I know yet, but Cleveland and Houston are 2 situations for Ben Simmons.
What team improved who improved the most?
Leave Houston alone.
Who improved the most?
Leave Houston. Don't come messing with the Rockets. They don't need that. They got a great culture group.
Who improved the most?
Oh, here we go. The Grizzlies, they're trading Marcus Smart.
Oh, to what?
That's who they was.
And a 2025 first-round pick to the Washington Wizards. Multi-team deal sends 2 second rounds to Memphis here.
So that's a trade that is a salary dump trade, which I know you may say, why are they dumping salary if they're competing this year? That is to get Marcus Smart off of their books after going into the future so that they can renegotiate and extend Jaren Jackson Jr.'s contract this summer. It's not exciting, Grizzlies fans, but you will be happy if you can get Jaren Jackson under contract this summer.
I'm not happy for Marcus Smart.
I don't think he'll stay there.
No, he won't stay there. He won't stay there.
But, Bob, you were asking a good and important question.
Ain't no best going to Washington.
In the last 4 minutes before the trade deadline, and there are still things, again, a lot of this will likely be around the edges, but this week has been shocking, so I'm not putting anything past these last couple of minutes here. You were asking, was there a team that you think
who changed your opinion of them the most? I don't know if it's the Lakers because they were Anthony Davis, Luka. I mean near term. I mean this season. Who changed your mind the most?
Well, right now it's the Lakers.
So
it's the Lakers.
Yeah.
I love the pickup with Mark Williams. This opens up everything for Luka. He is at his best with the vertical lob threat. This opens up everything. I love that.
Gentlemen, I'm hearing that we need to check in with our senior insider, Shams Charania. He has some breaking news out of Phoenix. Shams, what more can you tell us?
Malika, the Phoenix Suns have informed all interested teams they are not moving Kevin Durant. Obviously, the Warriors started this all off with their pursuit of Kevin Durant last week. There was some level of an engagement, and several more teams called today. But the Suns made a trade today, trade away Yusuf Nurkic, brought in a couple potential role players. They want to see how this team looks for the second half of the season. Kevin Durant did not expect his name to be in any trade rumors. He has not requested a trade out of Phoenix this season, from my understanding, and was blindsided by even being involved in any conversation. I am also told there will be a full evaluation of this team if they are not able to turn it around by the offseason.
Shams, thank you so very much. So after all of those conversations, Kevin Durant will remain with the Phoenix Suns. We appreciate you stopping by once again. Bob, what is a full evaluation? What is that?
I don't know. I mean, first of all, informing the league with 1 minute. Shams is great at what he does. I'm sure he just heard that because we did breaking news. So Phoenix alerted the league with 2 minutes to go on the clock. We are not open for. It's kind of like
exactly.
Okay,
I wasn't able to get a deal done.
Yeah,
that's what that means. That's what that means.
So if I call right now, I'm out. Yeah, I guess we're not listening anymore. Full evaluation. That's their big words, but every team's doing full evaluations. What makes this different is Kevin Durant's name was thrown out.
Yeah.
The world knows it. He knows it. He didn't ask for it. That makes you feel a certain way. and the team is going to play, and he loves basketball. Kevin's going to go play.
Ultimate
best he
hooper
can.
shooper.
And then at the end of the season, I guess the good news is nobody's going to be wondering. He'll know how they finished, and if it didn't work, hopefully he can say, well, I tried, you guys tried, now let's do this together. I guess that's the full evaluation.
This was such a rough couple of days for the Suns. They went into this thinking they could get Jimmy Butler for Bradley Beal, extend Jimmy Butler, extend Kevin Durant, swap out Nurkic for Udonis Haslem, actually a guy who could help them right now and improve their team.
But Wendy, how are they going to get Jimmy Butler without moving Bradley Beal?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but really,
But
even the idea of it, though.
Bob,
Okay,
they
whatever,
believed
fine.
they could do it. They were wrong. They believed they could do it, and they couldn't. And then they thought, okay, well, maybe we can get KD. They couldn't. The Valanciunas trade passed. They couldn't. And now they're talking about full evaluations at the end of the season.
Yeah, let's just take.
And now
take out
we
the-
have 5, 4, 3, 2. My friends, the 2025 NBA trade deadline, it has come and it has gone. I think we can all take a step back for just 1 second here and say, oh, this was a wild ride. Who saw Luka Doncic being traded to the Los Angeles Lakers when this week began?
Nobody.
AD being on his way to the Dallas Mavericks. De'Aaron Fox heading to San Antonio. And maybe somehow the most shocking of all in some ways was that now we are going to be having this conversation, to your point, for the next 6 months about what's going to happen with Kevin Durant.